Recently there's been an update to the League of Legends that has gotten the community up in quite a row. This is all because of its changes to the jungle. Some would call it a nerf, but others like to call it changes for the better. Basically they've made it more noob friendly, so that you don't need all the runes or the expertise and practice in the jungle to be efficient and good at it, to make it viable in the normal games. So that you know, if you didn't have your runes before and you failed at jungling, then you would be screwed utterly and completely. I remember trying to jungle as Rammus, taking on blue buff, thinking I was cool to do that, and just getting completely owned at it at level 1. And fortunately that was in a bot game, because I'm smart like that and practice on bot games. But onto some more changes. So these small camps like the wolves, the wraiths, the small golems, they have, the big one has a green aura around them. So when you kill them, it's like a buff, except it's like a instant buff sort of thing. It will give you health depending on how low you are. So this is probably based on percentage. So also, if you see, I just killed the big wraith there, and normally if you went around and killed the blue and the wolves and then the big wraith, you'd be at level 3, but I was only halfway through level 2 at that point, and at that early in the game it's a massive difference. So obviously I probably would have gone through the jungle a little bit faster than before, because all the mobs are weaker, but it's a massive nerf. So we're yet to see if the decrease in the rewards equals the decrease in time, whether that evens out. Obviously, if you are more experienced at jungling and have the runes, you will be faster and so more efficient at this, but still, will that be able to outbalance the old jungle? Because one of the things I have said is that ganking will be much more risky than the normal jungle was, because before you would go through, clean your jungle, and you'd have to wait for the respawn times, and while this would happen you would go and gank and hopefully get a kill. But now, if once you finish your jungle route, everything has respawned because of the such low respawn timers. So your thing is, should I keep on jungling and getting the experience and gold I know I will, or should I go and gank and help other lanes? Of course, if you fail this, you'll be far behind, very far behind, more so than before. Now, also, with the minions, before, if you were trying to leash some minions and then you lost the leash and they started walking back to their camp, after 1 second they would start healing. But now, as soon as they turn around, they heal 5% of their health. However, this is sort of compensated by the fact that they're easier to re-aggro. So whether this is good or not is a little bit debatable. I mean, is it really necessary? So Baron and the Dragon have also been updated so that they're now immune to armor and magic resist debuffs. So like Karthus's Wall of Pain will no longer work on them.
Where am I needed?
Now, I haven't mentioned quite everything in the new update, so I'll put a link into the description to the update, but hopefully this has given you a good example of what does go on in the jungle, at least with Lee Sin. So, I hope this was informative, and if you found this video at least intriguing, interesting, or entertaining, then you should come to my channel to watch more and hopefully subscribe.